Hello, friends. Welcome back to Sunday Shenanigans with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308. And we are here with the ASOC Prod Cat and the Peanut Gallery. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Greetings.
And we were just discussing how morning is spelled incorrectly. It should be spelled Mourning, to mourn the sleep that we are no longer getting. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
All right. Well, we will be playing along with NPR's Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me today. But first, today's ad read. Today's pre-rolls brought to you by the Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, 105 West Main Street, above the bricks, Suite 200. A great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds, eh, bud? And the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Also, they have the lowest prices in town, according to my own personally highly biased research. By which I mean I was incredibly high when I did my personally biased research. Also, don't forget to check the website for times and events. The website is pardon me, the website is thehiddenleafcville.com. That's thehiddenleafcville, all one word.com, where you can find times for events, pardon me, for events such as Frosty Fridays, where you can find our other two sponsors, Firehouse, where there's smoke, there's Firehouse, and Kush Gang, purveyors of fine edibles and drinkables. Now, note of disclaimer, this is probably going to be a slightly politically oriented show because Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me tends to touch on politics. All of the opinions you hear herein will be are the opinions of the expressor, the us here, the channel, and possibly the parent company, but not necessarily the any of our advertisers, including Firehouse, Kush Gang, and Hidden Leaf. I stumbled my way through the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I have not had enough to smoke yet this morning.
I am only on my second cup of tea. I can understand this problem.
Yep. Not fully awake yet. Not fully with it. So, we will be playing along with Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. Anything to discuss really quickly before we get into it? Or are none of us actually awake enough to think about anything?
I am. This is not a clip show, correct?
No, it is not.
So I'm fully expecting there to be lots of jokes and celebration over Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I am wondering which bits of news from that they are going to take the most, pay the most attention to.
Yeah. And of course, there's Dick Cheney. That's going to come up.
That will definitely come up.
I'm going to put my money on that. It is going to be in the who's bill this time, or whoever the host is. And it's going to be a quote about weapons of mass destruction.
That could very well be.
That is my guess. That being said, I have not listened to the show yet. I turned it way down. I turned it all the way down yesterday when it was about to come on before we did our Saturday stream.
I'm just trying to think of the different tidbits of news that I've heard this week, and most of them have been around things that NPR doesn't usually cover. So,
That's
my
fair.
my big bit of news that I've been following has been what is turning out to be an extremely embarrassing corruption chain in the Massachusetts State Police.
Oh, really? Enlighten us a bit. This should be good.
All right. So I know I've mentioned before that up in Massachusetts, they had the Karen Reed trial. They finally finished the second one. This is the first one ended in mistrial.
Right.
Because they decided the definition of a blizzard.
This is true. Their definition of a blizzard is ridiculous.
All right.
As part of that, they ended up with text messages from a former Massachusetts state trooper.
How far during the first trial he was active?
During the first trial, he was active. As soon as the first trial was declared a mistrial, they fired him. He's appealed. His appeal, he just dropped. Like within the last month, he just dropped it because they tried saying, well, one side said we've got his messages. The other side said, well, you can't have too much because he changed his phone in such and such date, and since then it's been set to auto delete. Since then, come to find out, they've got text messages and stuff from his phone that go back to 2013 because he forgot about the cloud.
Homie. Oh, homie.
Then, as part of that, because he was caught lying in the one trial, and because of the things he said in those messages that were so vile,
Yeah.
that has opened up other cases that he has been involved in. So you've got a flock of like 5 or 6 different defendants and their lawyers all glommed onto this saying, hey, from what we saw, there's stuff about our clients in there too, and we need discovery on this. So they've been wrangling, and they are still going to be wrangling over this for a while.
Oh, homie. He is in a lot of trouble.
Oh no, it gets worse. So he bowed out. He's dropped his appeal to become a state trooper again. But as part of this, it has exposed numerous other state troopers in these various texts saying and doing things they should not have been. It has exposed the fact that a couple of years ago, apparently there was a overtime scandal. So they put GPS trackers in the cars as an oversight measures to make sure that there were not these huge overtime things that were being run. But then they gave the people in the cars cutoff switches so that they could transport sensitive witnesses without being tracked, because someone did raise a reasonable thing of, if we've got a safe house, then we should not have tracking showing where we're taking people to the safe house.
Right.
But they gave people in the cars the ability to turn that on, and no oversight on that.
And so, of course, people misuse that.
Oh, definitely. Which was discovered in part that this kill switch that they've got is not on just a couple of cars, like has been said. It's on hundreds of cars.
Ooh.
And it was found because during the trial, Mr. Proctor said that he went and he left the area in his patrol car with such and such, and they went here to do this thing, and then they came back. As part of that, you had the entire quote-unquote dude, where's my gun incident, where, according to testimony, they stopped at like 2 different places to drink and get dinner. And the officer he was riding with the next morning couldn't find his service firearm
pistol.
Because he was too drunk to keep track of it.
Oh.
But the GPS shows that he he had the car on for 8 seconds and never left the area because he turned it off as soon as they started to leave.
Oh, dude. Dude.
Yeah. So you've got several other officers at the moment that are getting drug in on this. You've got officers that are busy that all of a sudden decided to quit. They're now being brought up on decertification so that they cannot be a police officer anywhere else in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Boston chief of police who is busy being told to be put on the Brady list because he's lied over things.
Oh. Oh. So this is really gutting their establishment. Like everybody is being implicated pretty much.
The bad blizzard has snowballed.
Yes, it absolutely has.
Yes.
And while the originating incident is very, very sad and tragic for the family involved, the amount of ridiculousness that has come from basically pulling a single thread or using the police leaf blower of evidence.
Gathering.
Yeah. Man.
No, quite literally, they used leaf blower to attempt to gather evidence.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
It has basically it's triggered, go with the snow reference, an avalanche of now what?
Oh man.
I mean,
Oh.
and there are definite multiple cases that have been just sitting there, up to and including one that has been sitting stalled for almost 5 years now. Because the defense attorneys have not been able to get their discovery because the prosecutor wasn't able to get the affidavits on why the search warrants were filed from the officers that filed them, who worked down the hall from the prosecutor. That officer happened to have been named Proctor as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wow. So this has been
He was
some.
not happy. And you could
No.
very clearly hear. So you emailed him and he did nothing. And you waited 6 months to email again. And his office was located where? And your office was located where?
Oh man, that's just. Man, that's worse than hearing your mom say, "I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed."
So there's stuff being very slowly unraveled, and between 3 different YouTube lawyer commentators and Court TV, it is being kept in the light so that it doesn't just slide under the rug and slither away.
Good. Good. That's what we like.
All right, three lawyer commentators and one specific YouTube journalist.
Okay. Other than us.
Other than us, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it's
Yeah, it
that's
might
what
come
I've
up
been.
on Wait. It's not
It might.
impossible.
No, it is not impossible. But
It sounds like one of the things they might cover.
I think they're going to wait until a little bit more gets exposed before they get there. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been ongoing for a couple of years, and I have never heard anything about it on NPR.
Yeah. The original incident happened in 21.
Wow. Yeah. we've
The
touched
original
on
was
it a
going to
few
happen.
times, but
It took a while. It
I
took a while to get to the point of the first trial, and then right as soon as the first trial was done, this trial, they filed a second one.
okay.
And it has progressed far enough now that they've finished the second trial. There has been a Netflix documentary made, and now they're proceeding into all of the civil trials as everybody sues everybody else.
I'm surprised because there's been a Netflix documentary made. I'm surprised it hasn't come up on NPR. Like, I feel like I've heard at least one story, but one point or another. Um, uh, but yeah. Well, all right. We should probably get moving with getting into the show.
Fair enough. Sorry.
Oh no. That's okay. I asked you to report on this, so you reported on it. I think we've covered it. Is there anything else to say on the subject though?
Not yet. I mean, like I said, they're rolling along. There's a whole bunch of. Honestly, if anything, I expect NPR to be talking about the other Massachusetts cop case, because that is equally messed up, but it's more contained.
All right. Let's hear it. What's the other Massachusetts cop case?
Lady cop went on maternity leave, had a baby.
Okay.
About the time that she had just been cleared to go back on duty, her now ex filed charges that resulted in filed charges with CPS that resulted in her co-workers coming to her place of residence to take her child away.
Okay. That's
He filed domestic violence charges. They came to remove the child. um then in the middle of all of this, she apparently went fatalistic and was planning to do something to herself. And to prevent her from harming herself, her coworker shot her in the back. So she goes to the hospital, and then she goes to jail for attempting to shoot a police officer. She's in jail. She gets bail. Bail restrictions are set. One of the restrictions says that she has to constantly test for alcohol by using the breath thing
okay.
with broken ribs.
With broken ribs.
Oh.
So she goes, she does, she tries. The parole officer sees her trying, documents that this is not working. They file a hearing. During the hearing, they make the case, hey, this is not working. We're not saying that she's not going to do this testing at all. We just, we want blood testing. We want the little
Or urine.
Anything else, just not the
Right.
breathing one, because the breathing one, while she can do it, we are equating this to torture because she's trying to hold this pressure with broken ribs, and it's not okay. The judge loses their mind. The judge tries to set the
Mind you, the prosecution is on board with this.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
They're fine with keeping the thing, just changing it to a different method of testing.
Okay.
She tries to get them to object to it. She tries to get the parole officer to say that she's not been doing her testing and has failed. The parole officer's like, nope, she's been doing it. We're not charging her with failure to test or anything else. We're here to help her change the testing method. So the judge loses their mind, walks off the bench in a huff, comes back, and puts her back in jail and revokes bond. Meanwhile, the ex is trying to sue for the price of her house that she bought before she was with him, citing that, she has abandoned the child and therefore he is suing for what is the word I want?
Upkeep?
Custody?
No, yes, custody, but child support.
Oh.
He wants child support from her while she's in jail, and as such, he's suing for the sale of her house to get this child support.
Dude.
So he is attempting to unhouse the mother of his child while she is incarcerated, so that when she gets out,
and is incarcerated and currently still healing and still has missed at least 2 or 3 different surgeries because she is in jail.
Right.
They've appealed. The first appeal was denied because the person doing the review only read the transcript. They have bumped the appeal to the next one, which goes up against a group of judges to review, with the explicit request / demand that they listen to the actual recording of the first hearing, because there's so much nuance in the way things were said versus what was written that makes what happened way more inappropriate.
Okay.
Wow,
man, Massachusetts needs to look at their police force, man. Their law enforcement arm seems a little messy.
Honestly, in this one, the law enforcement definitely was messy, but this is more a case of whatever judge was in charge of the first hearing just
yeah.
I don't know what's got them affected, what kind of bee is in their bonnet, or what curled up in their oatmeal and died. But there was definitely a bias issue there, and you could hear it from the moment that they started speaking.
Damn. So I could see either of those being on the show.
Yeah. If not now, at some point soon.
Yep.
All right.
Well, all right. Let's switch over and do this.
Everybody got their pen and paper?
Pen and paper. Everybody clicked on the shared screen there. And here we are.
Yeah.
Oh. This looks fun. Outtakes.
Yeah.
This message comes from Vital Farms, who works with small American farms to bring you pasture-raised eggs. Click the play button to hear from pasture-raised egg farmer Tanner Pace, who shares the sights and sounds he and his hens experience on the rolling hills of his family farm in southern Missouri. Support for this podcast and the following.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Alzo Slade, the man they bring in when the show conflicts with Bill Curtis's daily mani-pedi. And here's your host at the Sagerstrom Center for the Arts in Costa Mesa, California, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Alzo. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We are delighted. We are absolutely excited to be here in Orange County. Now, that is a beautiful part of Southern California where people are always quick to tell you that no, this is not L.A. Unless, of course, the Dodgers happen to win the World Series. Later on, we're going to be talking to Chef Roy Choi, the man who pretty much created the modern food truck scene. But first, we want to find out what you're cooking up. The number to call to play our games is 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Now let's welcome our first listener contestant this week. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Tammy. I'm from Flagstaff, but I'm emigrating to Portugal.
Oh, okay. You're like, all right. You wanted us to know that up top, so in case we went to find you, we know we'd be out of luck. Okay, so right now you're in Flagstaff, Arizona. What do you do there?
My husband and I
Tammy.
were both retired teachers.
Right. What did you teach?
We were both music teachers.
You were. Oh, I don't make fun of music teachers. You guys are like teaching them like wizardry and magic, and I think that's awesome. Tammy, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you to our panel this week. First, say hello to a comedian and writer for TV shows like Netflix's A Man on the Inside, out with a second season on November 20th. It's Karen Chi.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Next, a comedian you can see on his Grateful Bread stand-up tour. You can find info at tompapa.com. That's right, it's Tom Papa.
Hi. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
And you can see her in Washington, D.C. at the Atlas Performing Arts Center, and the Muslims Are Coming stand-up comedy show. On December 12th, it's Negin Farsad.
Hi, Negin.
Hey, Nikki.
So, Tammy, welcome to our show this week. You, of course, are going to play Who's Alzo. This time, Alzo Slade, filling in for Bill Curtis, is going to read for you 3 quotations from this week's news. You know the rules. All you need to do is identify or explain 2 of them. 2 out of 3, you'll win our prize, the voice of anyone you might choose from our show. Are you ready to go?
I think so.
I hope so, because it's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Your first quote is somebody being gracious on election night Tuesday.
I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life.
Ma-
but let
sorry,
tonight be the
Mamdani.
final time I utter his name.
So, who will be too busy being mayor of New York to talk about Andrew Cuomo?
That's Manandi?
Close enough.
Mamdani. Sorry, Mamdani.
Wait a minute. Is the mayor himself there correcting you? What is that? Yes, it was Zoran Mamdani. The election was one of a number of big races Democrats won on Tuesday. And in New York, they were absolutely giddy about it. People were walking down the street going, "Hey, I'm walking here." And isn't it great?
I am so excited to say that I cast a vote for Mamdani because I live in New York City.
You do?
Yay,
And I
Negin.
just want to say it was my first time voting for a Muzz. That was exciting. And look, he's going to be sworn in as mayor on January 1st, which means January 2nd, Sharia law. Am I right, everybody?
Yes. Did you see this? I was wondering, especially, Negin, if you saw this, that Mamdani brought his parents to the victory party on Tuesday night, which was adorable, really. But people are already saying he's too young for the job. It does not help that he did his victory speech wearing a Daddy's Little Mayor t-shirt.
Well, that's what's so exciting is that we actually have someone in office whose parents are still alive.
Yes.
But knowing a thing or two about immigrant parents from the East, they're probably still disappointed that he's not a doctor.
It is nuts to have such a young politician. Like, he's young enough that he met his partner on Hinge,
Right.
Who he's married to, which is crazy because I feel like he's inspiring everybody to get more like civically involved, and he's inspiring me to get back on the apps.
Yeah. All right. Here is your next quote.
Bring on the Doritos.
Now, that was the Wall Street Journal reacting to the surprising news that what fancy, healthy supermarket chain is going to start selling junk food.
I would go with Whole Foods.
That's a very good choice. Whole Foods, yes. Finally, Whole Foods, famous for their, healthy foods, will be selling Pepsi and Doritos and Chips Ahoy cookies. Oh, I'm sorry. That is, of course, free-range Chips Ahoy cookies.
I kind of object to the characterization that they don't already sell junk food. They sell junk food. It's just in packaging that looks like it has a master's degree.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When they brought in Pirate's Booty, I knew something was up.
Yeah.
It was like, these people, they're up to something. But I mean, to be, I get it. These are times that are tough and you want a reward. It's difficult to go through Whole Foods and be like, I've had a hard day, I deserve it, and just get a big raw carrot and nibble on it.
To hell with my diet, I'm having a persimmon.
Yeah. You need to stuff a whole can of Pringles down your throat in order to feel good in these dark times.
I personally do not need Whole Foods to start selling junk food. I need them to start selling cleaning products that actually work. Right? I mean, you've tried this. Their dish soap, it's just an empty bottle that says, scrub harder.
A friend of mine got some organic roach killer from Whole Foods, and I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna do the trick. But
I bet the roaches liked it. They looked down, and the roaches were like, this stuff's good. Did you?
Did you say organic for who? For the roaches?
Okay, your last quote is a mixed review of a new $20,000 piece of home technology.
it fetched me a bottle of water, which took much longer than if I'd simply grabbed the water myself.
That was a reporter for Fast Company magazine talking about the fact that finally you can buy a human-sized and human-shaped what for help around the house?
Robot.
A robot helper?
A robot helper. It's here. We have dreamed of this for a century, and now it is here. Meet Neo, the $20,000 humanoid chore robot who walks around your house doing all the things that you do, but slower and worse. So this reporter who tried out Neo in his home found it could fetch a bottle of
It'd be
water
hard
5 times slower
to get
than he
slower
could do it.
or worse than
And in just under 5 minutes, this is amazing, it loaded 2 glasses and a fork into the dishwasher.
So they're saying it's not good? I really want it to be good.
You do? You want one of these?
I've been buying
Hey,
everything
Maddie.
that comes out. I got that Roomba, that little vacuum thing. I was like, oh, this is great. I'll
Can't
never
be
have to
worse than
vacuum
doing
again.
nothing at all.
And then it went over some cat crap and smeared it all across the rest of the place. All right, no, Al, please tell me this thing works.
I saw maybe 6 or 8 months ago a on stage test of it so they could share it with an audience of 2,000. Okay. Yes. And me and 2,000 other people were sweating watching this robot try and water a plant. And I swear to God, the spokesperson said he's still working out handles. Because he had a hard time getting his hand around the watering pot.
Yeah.
I know, but with all technology, I mean, we can all pretend we want it to load the dishwasher, but the majority of people out there want to know, can I have sex with it? It happened to the copy machine.
Earlier.
Yeah.
It happened with faxes. Can you, Peter?
Yeah, this is.
What did you say?
I was in Vegas earlier this year.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We covered that one already.
Yeah, we did cover that one. The real game for this would be private companies that sent different cleaner robots to clients.
Mary maids will have their own robot cleaners.
Yeah. That would make sense. That would actually be...
That'd be called Rosie.
They definitely missed out on calling this thing Rosie.
So, though, they were 20,000?
Yeah.
How many cleaning gigs would you have to be able to take up to make buying a fleet of those worth it? Because this is a business model. We use Mary Maids for reasons. They're really solid. Okay. Yeah, Rosie is probably already trademarked.
I think that if you're already like you've got a decent business already and you're serving techie high-end businesses, or especially businesses, that you could probably get away and start off with, one or two at a time and offer that as a perk for your techie type business. Look, we do this, and we can also have our robot technicians come in and do these tasks during the day, so you don't see us and you don't have to worry about us being around your tech stuff, and they follow this programmed path.
That might work. It just occurred to me that Jetsons was Hanna-Barbera. All of Hanna-Barbera's IP was bought by Adult Swim. So Rosie's trademark is probably owned by Adult Swim. It won't be like AME's Iowa cleaning companies that use the robot cleaning companies. It'll be more higher urban cities.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. I was thinking Charlottesville just for the I'm so cool that I get robots to clean my house factor.
I think that might be like Ace.
Who owns Adult Swim Cartoon Network?
Time Warner.
Yeah.
Time Warner. So Time Warner currently owns,
or
all right,
potentially own.
Who owns Neo? Is that a Tesla, or is that one of the other ones?
I don't know.
Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network? Oh, yeah.
Warner.
Time Warner. Warner Bros. So Warner Brothers owns Hanna-Barbera. Damn, House of Mouse is slipping.
No.
This was also from back before House of Mouse had become the juggernaut that it is.
I would beg to differ.
It was a different juggernaut then. The Cartoon Network buying of Hanna-Barbera happened back in the early aughts. Somewhere around that time. Early to mid aughts. Because Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, was their big, look, we just bought all this IP. That and Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Zaslav is gutting Warner Brothers and wants to sell WB. He's taking the company for a few years now. Tanking the company for a few years. Yeah. Agreed. But back then, House of Mouse was mostly Disney Channel. It was beginning to build up its speed, its momentum.
Ever heard of a small company called Miramax?
I mean, okay. I mean, that's fair.
The company that owns and produced Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah. I know Miramax. Yeah, I know Disney has Miramax. I forgot about that. Miramax? Hardly Mouster.
No. That's charity.
Okay.
All right. I'm dropping in the chat before we go further, if I can get this to work, because I wish to note something about what this thing looks like.
All right.
Cleaning robot.
This being the cleaning robot.
You forgot to read that yesterday.
We'll read it at the end of the show today. So here's your cleaning robot. Look familiar? If a little bit scrawnier.
I mean, yeah, it looks like every robot.
Honestly, my first thought was a
Yeah.
scrawny version of Baymax.
Oh, there is that. They definitely went for. I mean, they tried to go for the cuddlier look there.
Or as Baymax himself said, a huggable look.
Yes.
Yes, but also it has that from yeah, from AI, a little bit from iRobot. There's a little bit of iRobot in there. It looks like a white Apple speaker spiked onto a box.
You're not wrong. Let's see.
Well played. Well played. I don't think we can get any better than that, so I think we should go back to the show.
All right. So I don't know who else owns them, but currently the people that produce Neo, this robot, is 1X Technologies, which is a Norwegian American robotics company. Relatively recent. They have that started 2014, and their first product was Eve.
Eve.
Yes, that one.
Okay. What's the name?
1X Technologies.
1X Technologies is what you said? Interesting. Okay. That's what I heard. Nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm just going back to the game. We're just going back to the game before I...
Very NPR question.
I'm just making a note never to buy any used technology from you, Tom. just don't.
Not me, I'm saying people.
People, not you. People. Now, you might be wondering, okay, we've been dreaming of this for years, like the Jetsons and everything. How can they finally have a robot
Oh my God,
that can
it does
do
have
anything
googly
you ask
eyes.
on its own? And the answer, says the company, is that actually it can't. But it will eventually learn, and until then, your Neo, the one you paid for in your house, will be remotely controlled by a human back at company headquarters.
No.
Using a VR headset to see what it sees and control it.
I'm going to take back what I said about having sex with it.
Yeah. That's a shame because my understanding is one of those operators was getting pretty excited about getting to your house. Also, how did Tammy do in our quiz?
She did amazing. 3 out of 3.
Congratulations, Tammy.
Yeah.
Good luck in the big move. Take care.
Yay, thanks. Take care.
Bye-bye. Right now, panel, it is time for you to answer some questions about this week's news. Nagin, as part of the investigation into the massive jewel heist at the Louvre a little while ago, we have learned the password to the museum's security camera system. You get one guess what that password was.
Password.
Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No, it was not. All right, you don't know. I'm gonna actually ask the other panelists. Do you have
Thanks,
any idea,
Chris.
Karen?
No.
Much
Was
love.
it password?
It wasn't. The password for the security system at the Louvre was...
It's
Wait.
Louvre.
The Louvre.
Exactly right. Password for the security cameras at the Louvre was Louvre.
Maddie gets a point
They
for
must have
that
thought,
one.
well, no one will ever be able to
Good
spell Louvre. That's such a weird word. They, of course, now that it has been exposed, they quickly have rectified the situation. The password is now Louvre 1.
No,
They
1, 2, 3, 4,
caught
5.
them, right? They caught the...
They have caught a...
All right. What did you just say, Kat?
I disagreed and said that the password's going to be 12345, Lou.
12345, Louvre. That is really just beyond unsettling, Maddie. That is just... It's uncanny valley. Like, those old people don't look real. But they are...
In that setting, as slow as it's moving, it makes more sense. It makes it feel like, he's moving slow so it's not upset the people in the room.
All right, to continue with the previous statement of what it reminds you of. I am not fast.
See?
That's not a robot. No, it really does look like a person in a robot suit doing the robot. Like, it does not look like a robot. All the way down to the little bit of, like, paunch. Yeah, it's really weird. It is really, really weird. And yet the old people still look more fake.
Mm-hmm.
It's mesmerizing, though. I can't look away. Like, I'm trying to find anything to go, okay, that's obviously AI, or that's obviously...
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we got to get back to the game. I'm gonna stare at this for hours if we don't.
Yeah.
Wow. Ah! Maddie says now it's just Ervaul, the password. Yeah.
Go back down.
Go back down. One more. All right. One more.
Yes, I saw that one.
What was it?
I saw that one.
What?
Scroll down a little bit
Keep
more.
going.
Okay. The robot's... Where's the robot in the pile of leaves just contemplating its existence?
Yeah, scroll. Keep going.
Oh. Oh, Jesus. What's this? Okay, at least the people look more real.
The robot looks less real.
Yeah. Is it further down, though? Is the robot in the pile of leaves further down?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, this is...
Keep going.
soft and safe. Okay. That...
There you go.
that is just... And they say emotive ear ring.
Yes. It doesn't...
It looks so sad.
Thank
It
you.
looks like it should have a tear running down its non-face.
Yes.
See, the thing that I find the worst of all this is honestly, okay, so currently it's being piloted remotely, right?
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, they've got two streams of revenue. People
Oh, yeah.
buying the quote-unquote robot, and then other people paying for the privilege of VR robot mating.
Yep.
It's terrifying. Actually, that would make 3, because there's also the blackmail.
Oh, no, yeah. But that one goes without saying.
It looks like it collapsed in existential dread. Yeah, exactly. Too many leaves, and they will just fall again. No.
And now I'm thinking of the butter robot from Rick and Morty. What is my purpose?
To pass me butter. Just close your eyes and think of this quarter's profit march. Good one. Good one.
I think that particular picture, with the way it's just done, that ranks up there for existential dread with the oil spewing robot and the plant with a machete.
Yep. All right. This
is... We're going to come back to this later, so you might as well try to go on before we circle back.
That's cayenne pepper?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. How is it holding that box up?
With his hands burnt? Yeah.
Okay, this is just... Wow. This is the low-key mental status check with the older people. Yeah. Okay. But still, it just doesn't look like... It looked like it was holding the box like that. Alright, that was disturbing to see.
Oh, dear.
Oh, okay. It comes in colors.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, that's just so...
Yep.
Is this groceries?
No, it's just grocer.
Oh. The robot is trying to diagnose Trump's clear mental decline post-stroke and previous dementia issues.
A bunch. How many were there?
There was a whole crew, and I'm not quite sure how many there were who did the robbery, but they have arrested a number
back to the Louvre robbery.
George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon.
Coming up, forget LinkedIn. You've got everything you need in our Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR. Commercially available smartphones. Message comes from Grammarly. Elevate your professional writing from start
to the right conversations faster from professionals. Try it free for 60 days at linkedin.com/waitwait. That's linkedin.com/waitwait. Terms and conditions apply. This message comes from Leaf Filter. Clogged gutters aren't just schedule your free inspection at leaffilter.com/NPR. That's LEAF Filter.
Malzo Slade, we're playing this week with Tom Papa, Nagin Farsad, and Karen Chi. And here again is your host at the Sagerstrom Hall in Costa Mesa, California, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Alzo. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm excited, too, because right now it is time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our games on the air. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Ian Wood calling in from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I love Grand Rapids. What do you do there?
I am a student at Calvin University.
What are you studying?
Environmental health and conservation.
Oh, that's very cool. What year are you in?
It's very NPR.
You're a freshman. Okay. Well, hopefully there will still be some left for you to conserve by the time you graduate. Keep the faith. Well, Ian, welcome to the show. You're going to play our game in which you must try to tell truth from fiction. Alzo, what is Ian's topic?
Jobs of the future.
They say that AI is going to take all of our jobs. Well, we're always going to need artists and craftspeople to feed to the robots. Our panelists are going to tell you about another new job for real human beings. Pick the one who's telling the truth, and you'll win the Wait Waiter of your choice in your voicemail. Are you ready to play?
Born ready.
All right. First up, let's hear from Karen Chi.
As AI quickly encroaches on our daily lives and leaves people jobless, there's one career that is surprisingly very secure: the amusement park carny. In fact, you'll probably start seeing them everywhere. AI is replacing waiters, cashiers, and salespeople, but marketing experts know that there's just something magnetic about a carny. That sketchy guy who definitely doesn't want to be working at the carnival, but also was maybe born there? So they predict all kinds of businesses will now have designated carnies who will attract consumers and make them feel great about their experiences. These designated carnies will add to consumer interactions by smoking in front of children, handing out merchandise with the deadest of eyes, and loudly swearing while families are within earshot. They'll also mark where their employee entrances are by standing in front of them and vigorously making out. Another advantage, an element of danger. With a carny standing there, even using the self-checkout at places like Target will have that I might die on this tilt-a-whirl feeling that keeps you young.
Anything, just smoking in front of children.
Carnies soon to be everywhere to provide that
really
creepy, exhilarating feeling while you
in.
deal with the machines. Your next job of the future comes from Tom Papa.
As people worry about AI replacing us, David Risher, the CEO of Lyft, assured us that our jobs won't be going away, they'll just be changing. As an example, when Lyft starts using robo-taxis to drive people around, that doesn't mean a job will be eliminated. He floated the idea of a car tender, a human who isn't driving but sits in the car along with you. Because as we all know, the main reason to book a rideshare is for the sharing part. Risher added that the car tender could help with your luggage, make you drinks, and answer questions as the local guy. Because who hasn't been in a rideshare with a creepy driver and thought, I wish this guy was talking to me more? And also trying to give me some of his alcohol. AI. There's nothing to worry about.
In the future, your rideshare driver will become your rideshare car tender. Your last profession preview comes from Nagin Farsad.
When you call a 1-800 number, your main goal as a human being is to say, agent, agent, at increasing volume levels and with an expanding sense of existential dread. When the agent...
Power loom CEOs reassure their top-level weavers will be able to find some paying jobs, or find same paying jobs somewhere else, anywhere else, That's not his problem. Existential dread.
I think I'm going to have to draw up an existential dread emote just for Maddie.
I think so. I think we need an existential dread emote in general. Because that is something we deal with.
Uh-huh.
I know exactly what it needs to look like, too.
A robot lying in a pile of leaves?
Nope.
I mean, that's where I was going. But what do you got?
A stressed out chicken. Existential dread.
I hate you.
You're welcome.
I quit.
So there will have to be 2.
That was foul.
Don't chicken out on me now.
And Peanut Gallery will get the chicken.
That's fair.
We'll have
Durand robot and leaves emote.
I will work on that.
I can't come up with another chicken joke to follow up there.
Stop pecking at it.
You're just scratching at things now. Please hit the play button.
Oh, don't get your gizzard in a twist.
On the phone, you yell at them. At one point, you stop and say, I'm so sorry to get upset. I realize you're just a messenger. And then you continue yelling. This yelling is a time-honored capitalist tradition. But what happens when AI takes over the job of the agent? Where does the yelling go? The boutique staffing agency TechForce is prepared for this very moment. They believe a new spate of human jobs will open up in the field of getting yelled at, or GYA for short. These venting specialists, as they're called, don't fix your problem, but they do let you yammer on about it while making empty threats about leaving a bad review, and or saying stuff like, I swear to God, I'm changing my cell phone carrier. The agency is also hoping to expand operations to offer an in-person combat experience where you can just punch a representative of your internet service provider right in the gut.
All right.
Let's want that one to be
your
true.
Job
I want
to
that
AI,
to be true.
If so, you might be able to get one of these jobs of the future. Was it from Karen Chi, the universal carny, bringing that aura to every kind of consumer interaction? From Tom Papa, the car tender, since humans will no longer be needed to drive the cars? Or from Negin Farsad, the venting specialist, the person whose job it is will be to get yelled at by people frustrated by.
The one I want least to be true is the one I think is actually true, because I really like the other two.
Yeah.
Representative, I demand to punch the CEO in the guts. Yeah.
The AI. Which of these is a real potential job of the future?
Well, everyone loves self-driving cars, so I think I'm going to go with Tom Papa's.
You're going to go with Tom's choice of the car tender. All right, well, we actually spoke to somebody who has not yet lost his job to an AI to bring you the real story.
I don't know how you would stock a car for a full-service bartender. Seems like a nightmare.
Yeah, that was Riff Richards, a bartender at Do or Dive in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, talking about the potential of having car tenders in your ride shares sometime soon. Congratulations, Ian, you got it right.
Yeah.
You've earned a point for Tom. You've won our prize. The voice of your choice on your voicemail. Thank you so much for playing.
Thanks for having me on.
Take care. Bye-bye.
I see the use there. I see why that would be a valuable thing.
And now the game we call Not My Job. Roy Choi trained as a chef but found himself burned out working in gourmet restaurants in New York, so he came back to his hometown of Los Angeles and eventually opened a food truck selling Korean tacos, which first, yes, you wish you thought of that. And those food trucks first revolutionized the food truck scene, and then the LA food scene, and then the food scene everywhere. He now runs a bunch of trucks and brick and mortar restaurants here in Southern California. He co-hosted the Chef Show on Netflix and has written a best-selling memoir and a cookbook. Roy Choi, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you. I probably should have eaten, real food before this
drove
show.
From LA, where you live, to be with us today. Now, whenever you drive somewhere, do people just expect you to show up driving a food truck?
They don't expect me to show up, but on the freeway when we're driving them, they expect us to throw them food.
Do they really?
Yeah. They expect the food to be ready.
Yeah. I was about to make a joke.
Because it's almost like a reptilian or
instinctual, like an instinctual thing.
Yeah, the instinctual thing. They see it.
They start to salivate like Pavlov's dogs.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
I was about to make a joke about them wanting you to throw them a taco at 80 miles an hour, but then I remembered this is LA. They want you to throw them a taco at 5 miles an hour.
At 5 miles an hour.
If they're lucky.
Yes.
Right, exactly. So you grew up in LA.
Yes, I
LA
did.
boy. We understand that you were been involved in the food industry from an early age. Is it true your mom kind of got you involved in the business?
I ate a lot of food that my mom cooked.
Yeah.
I grew up in a house where she was cooking constantly for many people, but there were only 3 of us in there.
Really?
But she was cooking for hundreds of people at all times. So I ended up eating most of it. And early on, my mom used to make the kimchi in the house.
Yeah.
Very much like you would see mothers right now making pozole or menudo.
Sure.
Putting it in big igloos and then putting it out on the corner and selling them in styrofoam cups.
Yeah.
It was the same thing we were doing, but in kimchi jars. But we had a big 1976 Thunderbird and a late 70s station wagon. So there was a lot of room to store a lot of kimchi.
Right.
Oh,
These trunks
wow, that
were
is
huge.
sounds like a lot of
and
kimchi.
so she would stuff all of them, and we would go around. We would hit up people at a stoplight.
Really?
It was like a drive-by, but with kimchi. We would just roll up on the stop, and I was in shotgun, and I would roll down my window, and then we would just talk to the person at the stoplight and say, "You want to buy some kimchi?" And then we would sell
Really?
kimchi, right? Yes.
How?
Yes.
How?
That
was
might
ready to roll
actually
at
work
any
on
time she
me,
had-
though.
How old were you when you were doing this?
Started when I was 5.
Okay.
Because you could sit in front seats back then.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know. That's why most of us were killed. But
you had a friend who used to make it. It was great, but it takes a lot of cabbage and time. It takes time. It takes time for it to ferment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that. I know that I. Me too. I know that I have friends who have tried making kimchi. I don't know that I have friends who actually make kimchi.
Have made. Have not made in a while, though.
Oh no! I realized my brother's wife. From Cambodia. She makes kimchi. She's made kimchi. It's different than Korean kimchi, but it is kimchi. Doesn't take as much time as one thinks. How long does it generally take? I've never tried making kimchi. I made sauerkraut, and I still haven't actually opened the jar and tried it. For the full process. I mean for the amount of time it takes to ferment. Yeah. The stuff you eat now.
I was to say that the stuff that I used to help make over at the retreat camp, we would put up 2 or 3 jars on like Monday, and we would have it ready by within a week, 2 weeks, depends on what was in there.
Okay. It takes a while to make it, but the fermenting part doesn't take as much time as one thinks before it's edible. But they were making it on an industrial scale. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
When you've got 4 or 5 people working and you've got access to food processors and robo-coops and
Okay. I mean, yeah, I get that. I get that. No, not your friend.
Us at the retreat kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, them too.
This guy, the family. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this guy's family, Roy Choi's family, was making it on an industrial scale. Yeah. I need to this fall into this winter, I need to open the land back up, and I need to prep the gardening space, and I need to start gardening again next spring so that I can do pickles, so I can go back to making pickles. Because, now that I figured out the shelf-stable pickling methods, I really do need to just go back to producing pickles. It's been 2 years now that I haven't been gardening. It's been about 2 years, and it's getting to me. I need to be out there in the garden. I need to have the garden growing. So, yeah. At some point, on stream I should go get that sauerkraut. I should open it and try it. I should see if it actually tasted any good. Because that's
surprised episode of gastrophilia.
It's tempting. It's tempting. Either that or surprise episode of Listeria.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the show before Trevor has any more really bad ideas.
Yes.
But
yes, we're the only ones that remain.
The only ones left. Yes, exactly. So a big moment in your career is you got fired from this big restaurant, and then you, as history now celebrates, opened a food truck. What was the inspiration for it? You know what I really want in my moment of getting fired.
But I think that because I've had time now to reflect and look back, and I truly believe it was something spiritual that happened. I do,
It wasn't like you were walking down the street with some bulgogi. Some guy was walking down the street with a taco. You hit each other. Fell to the ground. You got my bulgogi. Not like that.
That would have been like a Mentos commercial.
I know. It's right.
That would have been really nice if it happened that way. But unfortunately, I had to go through all of these trials and tribulations. And from that came the soul of this Kogi taco. And but I think that I had to fail. I had to have this amnesia and have no other opportunities out there.
Now you have how many food trucks out there you're operating, and how many restaurants? Can you even keep count?
Not that many.
Not that many.
We only have 4 trucks. We're a company that looks bigger than we are.
Right.
Yeah, and we have I have 3 restaurants.
I got 2 more things for you before we play our game.
Sure.
First of all, we live in an age where all of a sudden everybody's interested in the lives of chefs. Right, TV shows. You actually were a consultant on a movie called Chef that your friend John.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Thank you.
In which basically, for people who haven't seen it, the character played by the director and writer Jon Favreau basically recapitulates your life, sort of, kind of.
Making it mainstream. And this was between Iron Man 1 and 2. And there's a scene where Jon Favreau, in Chef, where Jon Favreau is animatedly yelling at his girlfriend, who is played by Scarlett Johansson. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Mm-hmm. To which, when Brock and I watched it, we both went, yeah, we know. Sorry, I was really wondering if they were going to touch on the movie.
Yeah.
In this, and they did. So I had my moment.
There you go.
Sort of, kind of.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of? Are there any of these shows that you like? I mean, do you watch The Bear, for example, and say, "Oh my God, that's exactly what it is"? Or you're like, no.
Yeah, like, do you watch Ratatouille and go, that's exactly what it is?
I'm more Ratatouille.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
As far as, by the way, just between you and me, as far as I know, that's the only movie she's ever seen. Just go with it.
Ratatouille's still the gold standard.
It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. That, you're telling me, out of all the movies, TV about chefs and restaurants, that's the one that's
it's
closest
still the
to your
one
experience.
that no one has topped yet.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, your story.
I just realized that's why you have the big hat.
Exactly.
I got one
These
more
guys
thing.
Are too good.
This is a point of personal privilege. I found out just recently that you are responsible for my very favorite recipe ever, which happens to be in the New York Times cooking app, and that is instant ramen with American cheese.
Yes.
So now that I have you, I'm going to ask you, what exactly is American cheese?
I don't think he's allowed to answer that one.
First off, let's start with ramen with American cheese.
Instant ramen.
Instant ramen. Most ramen is instant, but I mean, I get they're working on non-instant. Ramen started as instant, by the way. And I get it. Ramen, instant ramen noodles, what is ramen, like the ramen brand, started, I think it was World War II, might have been one, but I think it was two, as, quick food packaging, right?
Ramen's responsible for World War II?
I am not saying that.
You just said it started World War II.
Started in.
It was started in 1958.
58.
58.
Well, there you go. But it was still instant food packaging. Which means that it was also... we're talking about ramen and American cheese. Instant ramen with American cheese. I guess American cheese isn't that much older than instant ramen. So it makes sense. But I still think it's an abomination. There is no part of me that feels like you ought to be putting cheese on ramen. It's huge in South Korea. I can change your mind in no time. God. All right, so here's the episode of Gastrophilia, or What Fresh Heck, coming up. Gonna try the finally try the sauerkraut, and I'm gonna have ramen with cheese is basically mac and cheese. See, but I like my ramen as soup, not just the noodles. I like the whole soup aspect of it. And I even feel weird about putting cheese on French onion soup, but I know it's the thing to do. Cheese and soup don't... Like, the only way cheese and soup goes together is with a grilled cheese sandwich being dipped in tomato soup. I've had traditional French onion soup. Broccoli and cheese soup. Nah, I don't really like cheese soups. I'm potato and cheese soup. I guess that could be good. I'm just not I'm not a creamy soup kind of person, for one. Like, I've never liked cream of blank soup. It just, it that feels... The only thing... Okay, and this, I guess this is awful, but the only creamy soup I've ever liked is chowder.
Yes.
And there's... And chowder is so conceptually wrong. That... But for some reason, I like it. Okay, what's the soup hack? Give me the soup hack. If you're like, I love crackers and soup, but you don't want the sodium, you can substitute in dried onion flakes. Oh, that does sound good. The problem is I never don't want the sodium. However, dried onion flakes tossed in salt, that sounds great. I sort of have to maintain a high sodium diet. I don't suppose it has to be sodium per se, but it's just easier because of the cystic fibrosis. And the fact that I easily lose all of the salt in my body. I'm constantly having to replace it. So I eat amazing amounts of salt. That would actually probably be less sodium to toss it might well. So yeah, I mean, I take in a lot of salt. I probably take in enough salt to give most people my age their first heart attack. Yeah. Most of my life, my blood pressure has been a standard 120/80. It's the few times it's faltered from that have been times like I've been incarcerated. My blood pressure was a little elevated when I was in jail. I used dried onion flakes in the clam chowder. Oh, that sounds good. But otherwise, yeah, I keep my blood pressures pretty steady. So it's, and because my cholesterol has also always been pretty steady, I've almost never felt the need to cut back on the saturated fat either, which is not healthy for somebody. Probably my doctor, but...
Hmm.
All right. Let's get back to the show before we get distracted by more food and I get hungry.
Do you know?
It says it's from the land of processed.
That's true.
Yeah. From the region of processed. Yeah, it's a terroir in America. Actually, it sounds like a stoner food, and it really does feel like something you would make in the depths, but it's actually what parents feed their kids if you're Korean.
Right.
Any Korean people in
Yeah,
here?
it's true.
Parents, you grew up eating that? Your parents gave you
I
that?
feel like my parents were like, this is unhealthy, but that would be like a treat, would be ramen
Yeah,
with
it's
cheese
our
on
treat.
it.
Because
Yeah.
our whole life is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the inverse of like growing up in America. Like everything we eat are shoots and roots and vegetables
Yes.
and pickles and fermented things and dried fish and all these things. And so the ramen with the cheese was like our
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Well, I'm just saying this. I'm saying this to people here, and hopefully it will make the broadcast. You gotta try this.
Yes.
It's amazing. Well, Roy Choi, it is a pleasure to talk to you. We have invited you here to play a game we're calling
Food Trucks Meet These New Trucks.
So, you invented the modern food truck, as we have discussed, so we're going to ask you 3 questions about other kinds of trucks. Get 2 out of 3 right, you'll win our prize for one of our listeners, the voice of anyone from our show they might choose. Also, who is Roy Choi playing for?
Ryan Santos of Hanford, California.
All right. All right. Ready? Here's your first question. Now, the most expensive truck ever made was the Darts Prombron Black Diamond. That is a $7 million custom-built armored SUV made for the most discerning billionaire. One of the early editions of this incredibly high-end luxury truck featured what luxury feature? Was it A, a built-in parachute in case you ever happened to drive off a cliff? B, seats upholstered with leather made from the foreskins of whales? Or C, an entertainment system that included a small stage for live performances?
C.
It's got to be. It's got to be B.
You're going to choose B as your final answer?
Yeah.
That's right, it's B. It's whale foreskin leather. Although they changed that after the outcry. Next question. Everybody loves fire trucks. We all love fire trucks, sometimes to excess, like which of these people? A, Baseball Hall of Famer Rube Waddell, who used to run off the field during games to follow a fire truck if it happened to go by the stadium. B, President Luis Lacalle of Uruguay, who insisted on using a fire truck as his presidential limo. Or C, Mark Zuckerberg, who likes to drive a custom-made, full-size working replica of the play school fire truck he had as a child.
I think it's
You're going to go
B.
with B, the president of Uruguay. No, it was actually the baseball player.
Saying A.
This is the guy from the early days of baseball, early days of the 20th century. He was a great player, but everybody knew that if a fire truck went by the stadium, he would just disappear and run after it. All right, this is not a problem. You got 1 right,
Wow.
1 to go. If you get this, you'll win.
Wow,
Here we
Maddie,
go.
you know the
Every now and then, as we all
randomest
know,
stuff.
a truck on our highways might spill its cargo and cause some pretty serious problems, as in which of these cases? Was it A, a truck in Kentucky that spilled its entire load of pancake syrup after colliding with the Buttermilk Pike overpass? B, a truck in Idaho that spilled 20 million bees on the highway, causing the driver to run for his life? Or C, a truck in Oregon that spilled 7,000 pounds of live eels?
Oh my God.
Hey.
We got to go see.
You're going to go see? You're right, but they're all true. Those all happen.
Okay. So I could have said anything.
The game is fixed. Sadly, in your favor, though.
Yeah.
And by the way, the eels in that truck in Oregon, the one you like, not just eels, but slime eels.
That little fact
Also, how
was
did
making
Chef
the
Roy
rounds
do on
on
our
the
quiz?
internet a week
cooked
or
up
two
a
ago.
win.
Okay.
He did.
Or a month ago.
There you go. You've won on behalf of our listener. Chef Roy Choi's newest book is The Choi of Cooking. Roy Choi, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. Give it up for Chef Roy. In just a minute, we go into the brine in our listener limerick challenge. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us on the air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
By the Higher Learning Commission.
So compare prescription prices and instant.
From NPR.
All right. Because we will come back to it. According to the encyclopedia, ramen soup was a fast food street food in the 1880s Japan. It wasn't until 1958 that the instant variety was invented. The fresh noodles were sprinkled with chicken soup, then fried with the idea that when added to hot water later you'd have the soup. Okay. There you go.
Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Alzo Slade. We're playing this week with Negin Farsad, Karen Chi, and Tom Papa. And here again is your host at Sagerstrom Hall in Costa Mesa, California, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Alzo. Thank you, everybody. In just a minute, America's #1 and only remaining source of natural limericks, our listener limerick challenge. If you'd like to play, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Right now, panel, some more questions for you from the week's news. Tom, NFL.
The guy who invented ramen noodles has won like so many awards and medals.
Mm-hmm.
On April 8th, 2008, a ramen summit was held in Osaka, and a bronze statue of Ando was unveiled at the Momofuku Ando Instant Ramen Museum in Ikeda, Osaka Prefecture. The statue depicts Ando standing atop a base resembling a noodle container while holding a noodle cup container in his right hand. Oh my gosh. Former Yashiro Nakasone, former Prime Minister of Japan, and Masako Ando, Ando's wife, attended the unveiling ceremony. Medal of Honor with blue ribbon, or Order of the Sacred Treasure, Medal of Honor with purple ribbon, Director General of Science and Technology, Distinguished Service Award, Order of the Rising Sun, Order of... that word for Thailand. Senior 4th rank. Oh, wow. This dude... That is interesting. Oh. High Priest of the Pastafarian. Very funny. Very funny.
Make sure that more people are touched by the noodly appendages.
I can't argue with the statement. He might argue with that statement, but I can't.
NFL legend Tom Brady just welcomed a new pet into the family after losing his beloved dog Lua a little while ago. But he has just revealed that the new dog is what?
A clone of his old dog.
That's exactly right. Yes, he's done the dog cloning thing. Brady, widely regarded as professional football's greatest of all time, but pretty iffy in all other areas of life. Cloned his beloved pit bull mix dog Lua after she died in 2023. Brady, of course, it turns out, is an investor in the company that did it, Colossal Biosciences, and he made the announcement alongside his new girlfriend, Gazelle 2.
Does it have the personality of your old dog? How close is it to your old dog?
Well, famously, the stories we hear about these is people think they're going to get their old dog renewed, right? A new copy, but it never quite works out because they're different animals.
Yeah.
Even though they have the same DNA.
You clone your Nelly.
It can be very different.
So it looks like your old dog, but at night it just growls in the corner at you.
Presumably, yes.
Wondering how it could eat you.
Yes, exactly.
You're like just saw Alien Earth, I feel like.
I haven't, but I have a dog that I would like to take some parts
Even the
out
fur
of.
pattern. Even the fur patterns aren't
If you had the
same.
chance.
If I had the chance.
Mix to futz with the recipe.
Yeah, like
There's
maybe change some of its bad habits.
For example.
There's random recombination going on during the cloning process. Okay. I love my cats, and I love Deadpan very, very much. I'm not... I don't think cloning them would be healthy for me. I think it would be unhealthy for me personally. Like, that would just be, that's not dealing with grief. That's not, but
I look at cloning them as you're using the same bag of dice to recreate the character, but that does not guarantee the same roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I don't think that all of my characters are the same character. I like to start with a fresh notepad when I roll up a new character.
Kitten is screaming, clone me.
No, the kitten was actually screaming, pay attention to me before I eat. Let me know you're paying attention to me so that I can feel secure eating.
But really what's being said was, yes, clone me. So I may have an army of myself to take over the world.
Nah.
Which came out as...
Meow, meow. I know it's the same. I know it's not the same. I know intellectually it's not the same. I know it's a... I also know what would be going... Well, I think I know what would be going on in my heart in that moment. And I don't think that on my end that would be a healthy... that wouldn't be a healthy set of emotions. There's also a certain amount of... There are a lot of cats and dogs out there that need homes.
Mm-hmm.
That need parents. And it would be more responsible of me to adopt than to clone.
Mm-hmm.
But all of that is some very heavy and intense and deep stuff for this discussion.
Mm-hmm. This is true. We blame Brady.
Yeah. I blame Brady for a lot.
Mm.
I blame Tom Brady for a lot.
using the litter box as a buffet.
Both my cats were from
Right?
the pound.
Yeah. Wouldn't you take that out if you could? I would totally take that
Already
out.
paid the moral ethical. Gandalf was from the SPCA. My cat before Death Kitty was just a rescue, a street rescue. Vato and Pequeñito are, well, I don't know. They came from your friend, so I don't know much about the background of that person. Is it the Brady batch? Oh. But also the person who had originally wanted them couldn't hang on to them, wasn't able to keep them, so I took them. I took them in to keep them from being homeless or, you know. So yeah, I just have I'm with you on I'm paying the moral ethical price there. It's just I don't know that I could ever not. Like, yeah.
Sense which there's really no need to go clone a cat when the cat distribution system will ensure that you get a cat if you need one.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing is like, I think with dogs, it makes more sense. Like, I might have been willing to clone Zero if the process had been available at the time. And it kind of was. I think Dolly had already been accomplished. The cloning of the sheep Dolly had already been accomplished before we got Zero. Zero was a black lab. He was the runt of his litter. He was all black. And he was... Early in life, he was rambunctious as heck. And would just terrorize neighborhood kids. They'd be afraid to come by the gate because, I mean, he was sweet and nice, and all he wanted to do was say hi and play, but he just had so much energy that he would play too rough. But by the end of his life, he was just the sweetest, most loving dog. The trick, my mom's favorite trick that she taught him was to cross his paws when he sat down. It was so cute. It was so cute. Well, all right. Back to the show.
A court in Canada ruled in favor of a woman who withheld part of an ex-roommate's security deposit as compensation for what?
For playing music too loud?
No.
For eating all of her food.
Very
Stealing
close.
her
In fact,
boyfriend.
I'll give it to you for eating her candy.
Whoa.
Yes. She withheld $4.60. And the judge allowed this when he took her to court to get the money back. The judge said, quote, "That might be petty, but it's not improper." Which I will be using so much as an excuse in the future that I will have it printed on a t-shirt to save time. But on the other hand, knowing you can be held legally liable for stolen
That's
candy
the
just
best
sent a
kind
chill
of
through every
pettiness.
parent
Yeah,
whose
it
kid
is.
went trick-or-treating last week.
How long are you allowed to keep Halloween candy in your kitchen after Halloween?
I think ultimately my rule is forever until you finish it.
So you're cool with getting to Easter and still having some Kit Kats around?
God, yes.
Yeah, would it you is
What
that
do you do?
too you're too good for that or what's happening?
Yeah.
Although it probably wasn't in their lease. Probably not. Also, what kind of psycho are you that you make it to Easter with Kit Kats left?
Someone who doesn't like Kit Kats.
Someone that put them away because you were eating them too many at a time, and then you forgot where you put them. And then you find them on Easter.
Okay.
Or they were at the bottom of the bag of grandma candy.
That would also happen.
Not to me personally. I tear through that grandma candy. But I could see that happening. You froze them for later. Ooh. Unless they had a no food eating clause. That's true too. No food eating clause could have been in that.
Sure.
Well, I just, just kind of live a more conservative life than you guys.
What did you say?
Andy cryogenics.
Easter Kit Kats at Halloween. I like it.
The only reason
Imagining when you're
birthday peeps are for s'mores.
Peeps brulees. Peeps brulee. Which
Yes,
I have not
that's
done in a
true.
while. I have not done my Peeps brulee in like a year or two either. Which is unfortunate.
I can peeps, but they make the best s'mores.
They
because
do.
Of the peeps brulee factor.
Yes. I think I have some peeps over there. I wonder where my blowtorch is.
That is something you'll have to figure out. I'm not in charge of that.
An amazing Halloween candy trick. Freeze them for Halloween, then pass out Easter candy at Halloween. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
If someone did that, I would be raiding their house for all the Cadberries.
Yeah.
I can't eat Cadberries anymore. I can enjoy one every couple of 3 years or so. But when I was a kid, I ate myself sick on Cadbury eggs once. And now they're just a little too much.
No, I'm happy for you because that means more for me.
I put a picture in chat for you, Trevor.
That was just taken.
It tastes good.
Easter candy on Halloween. Or Easter candy on Christmas. You don't like gooey candy? I like some gooey candy, but I don't like... There's something in the consistency of the cream in the egg that like I can't do anymore. All right, back to game.
daughters were young, you're holding them back with one hand when holding up the candy going, no, I'm sorry, dear, it's expired. Tossing it.
I know, it's not broccoli.
No,
You know
I
what
know,
mean?
but it's depressing. It's like when you leave the Christmas lights up too long.
Take
and
five.
It's
Yes.
spring, and it's raining, and there's like a
Oh,
Christmas
I
lights.
love
It's
a
like,
take
you gotta
five.
move on.
The same candy off season as it is in season.
No, it's not. It's Halloween candy. It's very different from regular candy. We all know
Halloween
you break it out and you're like,
candy is
hey, I got you some
imbued with
candy.
the
You're going to
spirit
know.
of spooky.
No. This has little kids' hands on it.
It's Halloween candy. He's afraid of their calories.
What?
It's Halloween candy. He's afraid of their calories.
Mm-hmm.
Road in Phoenix, Arizona on December 4th. Fill in the blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can catch us most weeks back at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago or on the road in Phoenix, Arizona on December 4th. Tickets and info at nprpresents.org.
You said one moment?
Yeah, Peanut Gallery had to go AFK.
Oh, okay.
I'm just rather tickled that a subject came up that I actually was able to provide a picture for.
You know, that is pretty amazing that you have that as reference material, like, right now. You're like, oh, hey, look.
I used to. I don't have it anymore.
Kit Kats left.
Had.
Not anymore.
Yeah, they are gone now.
I do want to get back to what Maddie said about best mainstream candy is the Take 5 bar. And yes. I am 100% with you on that. It is the perfect combination.
Whatchamacallit.
Huh?
Whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit relatively similar to Take 5?
No.
What's the difference between them?
Take 5 has pretzels and peanut butter and whatchamacallit. And whatchamacallit is much more. It's much less crunchy, crumbly. It's much chewier. Yeah, Take 5 has a pretzel in it. Huh?
Yuck.
What?
Yuck.
To pretzel?
Correct.
But dude, how else am I supposed to get my salt from a candy bar?
There's plenty of salt in peanut butter and caramel.
Never. I need more.
I need to make you a pretzel salad one day, Trevor.
A pretzel salad. That sounds pretty good, actually. Okay, so yeah, it adds to the crunch, and what I like about it. What I like about it is it provides an infrastructure for the candy bar. Like, the pretzel in the Take 5 helps hold the candy bar together so that it has, like, it has structure for the bite.
It provides structure, not infrastructure, structure. Two different things, because your candy bar does not need highways or internet.
Structural integrity, better.
Infrastructure is any structure inside of that is inside of the system. Infrastructure can be looked at as bones. It can be looked at as arteries, veins, etc., etc. It can be looked at as the more esoteric things like the systems set up for supporting society. It's a very broad word. It does a lot of heavy lifting.
Please hit play before we diverge into something way terrible.
.org. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, Peter. This is Danielle from Santa Barbara, California.
Santa Barbara, California. Bit of a ways up the coast. What do you do there?
I work at an interactive science museum that is geared towards STEAM education.
STEAM education. What's your favorite exhibit?
We have an exhibit where kids can build race cars and then race each other, or they're adults, and it's always fun to see the competitiveness that comes out in that.
I'm looking at Karen Chi here on stage, and it's everything she can do to keep from leaping up and running to where you are now to try it.
I'm going to be there tomorrow.
Well,
we would welcome you.
Well, welcome to the show, Danielle. Also, Slade is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with a last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly in 2 of the limericks, you will be a winner. You ready to play?
I'm ready.
Here is your first limerick.
At Jimmy John's, our chefs are fickle. Our sandwich won't crumble, it trickles. The subs that we sell have a crunchy, wet shell. We're replacing the bread with a...
Pickle.
Pickle?
Pickle, yes. You ever sat down to lunch and said to yourself, wow,
I
the
will
sandwich
try
is good,
that.
but what if it were wetter? I got great news. Jimmy John's is now offering the Pickle Witch, a sandwich that replaces the bread with a giant hollowed-out dill pickle holding all your meat and cheese.
I'm on it. I'm in
Best
it.
thing, the Pickle Witch is
Oh
part
my
of
God.
Jimmy John's new As If Dad Packed Your School Lunch menu.
Oh, I'm so sad Dad got divorced.
Do they have like a special holder? I'm just curious about the logistics.
I think they wrap it in the traditional paper and they hand it to you. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Nagin, what were you picturing?
I don't know, man.
maybe
I
there'd be
think
some
it
sort of
sounds
fun,
good.
Like,
I mean, yeah, it is a gimmick. It sounds like such a gimmick. It sounds like the double down from KFC, what if instead of bread, your sandwich came with more chicken?
Yep.
But that sounds...
Can I have them as fried pickles to make the sandwich?
Oh, that would make it even better. The chicken sandwich sounds better. It does. I don't know. I don't know. I think I would like a pickle stuffed. I mean, it's basically they're talking about a stuffed pickle. A lunch meat stuffed pickle. And I think I could get down with that.
I'm just marveling at the overall size that these pickles have to be. Because you're comparing it to a standard Jimmy John's sub, which is about maybe you get the half or the full, can be a 5 or 10 inch or 6 or 12, I'm not sure.
Dude, have you seen the size of cucumbers these days?
Yeah.
It's not like they shrink a lot when you pickle them.
They do. Okay, I thought they did.
No.
But still, that is a damn...
They don't they're not like us. They don't suffer from shrinkage.
That pickle jar was cold.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
All it is they're taking the cucumbers that nobody wanted because they got too big and therefore they were not your typical pickle size.
They
were
couldn't
not
fit in the jar.
Right.
I've had pickles. I've grown pickles large enough that I could. Trevor,
You've grown pickles
grow
large enough you can
pickles.
cucumber them?
Yes, they were pickles that were large enough you could cucumber them. Exactly.
Yes. I've grown cucumbers large enough that I could use them to. I could have used them as the outside of a sandwich.
There's also the question of, are they actually making cucumber pickles?
Yeah, probably. Because if it had been any other kind of pickle, they would have qualified it.
Fair.
And this is something I really, really want to understand is why do we all assume the cucumber pickle when you say pickle?
Because in general, when we say anything else that is pickled, we add on what the substance is.
There's gotta be a reason, though. There's gotta be an entomological reason.
The cucumber came first. They were the first to be pickled.
Here. I'll have to go back and
doubt that very seriously. I'd have to imagine, honestly, I'd have to imagine onions were the first thing to be pickled.
Like I said, Elton Brown on Good Eats, he did an entire show about it, and he actually answered that question. I cannot remember what the answer is. I'll have to go back and watch it.
I mean, honestly, kimchi probably predates pickled cucumbers.
So does sauerkraut.
Right.
And pickled pig's feet and pickled eggs and other.
Right.
I think, honestly, if I'm remembering, I'm not remembering, I'm guessing, it's because it's a very American thing to have a pickled cucumber on a sandwich. So for us, it has become that is your pickle. And that everything else is pickled blah. Because you've got all of those relish dishes that grandmas and great-grandmas had, and every little part of the country had their own version of a relish that was made out of onions and beets and radishes and whatever. Yeah. Exactly. I was like 16 of those the other day, Maddie.
You still have several of those? Ooh.
But, all the little relishes and things, it was a pickled condiment of some sort.
Right. Pickled food was important to get through the winter. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. But yeah, so like I'm really curious as to at what point pickled cucumber became the standard pickle. And it was the thing that pickle meant. But that is for a different show.
Yes.
Water resistant holder of some kind?
Oh, like a roll?
Yeah, something like that, like something bread-like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Danielle,
Yeah.
here is your next limerick.
Food mashups, some people arboreal. But I say, yes, queen, give me Morio. Cream corn.
What are they
going
gonna do with that Oreo?
Is cranberry sauce a Thanksgiving meal in an
Oreo?
Oreo, yes, the Oreo cookie, a new limited edition Thanksgiving Oreos. They're great. They cover the entire meal. from the
I'm
turkey
terrified,
Oreo that
but
comes with
I've
a
gotta
stuffing
try it.
Oreo and a creamed corn Oreo.
No.
All the way to the apple pie Oreo and the pumpkin pie Oreo.
I feel like the audience is about to do an insurrection with this information.
This is great.
What was that?
The apple pie and pumpkin pie Oreos would be fine. Cream corn Oreo? Nope.
Nope. I even like creamed corn.
Still, nope.
I don't want creamed corn in an Oreo format. Yeah, so.
You can get them all together, the whole meal, as a gift set online. Reviews have been mixed, with one customer calling it the Thanksgiving meal no one wants.
And you can buy this at Whole Foods? Pretty good.
You
gotta go around back and knock on the door, though. Here is your last limerick.
Past your 20s, design should show upper care. Get nice dishes to store your old supper there. You need nothing drastic, just no
Tupperware.
mismatched plastic. So get some nice organized.
Tupperware?
Tupperware, yeah. We did food, and now food storage. House Beautiful provided a list of things you simply cannot have in your home once you're 30. Sorry. And high on this list, mismatched Tupperware. You're a grown-up now.
Oh,
Your Tupperware
go
carpet
tuck
better match the
yourself
drapes.
in. I'm sorry, but we were using. I mean, I still use various different Cool Whip, Country Crock, whatever, we use all of the containers.
Appropriate container recycling.
Right. Exactly. Man. Just saying.
The problem is, nobody.
In the container or not, but it should be something edible.
What was that?
I said you may have to question if there's actual butter in this container or something else, but whatever it is, it should be edible.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Nobody has perfectly matched Tupperware containers and lids. That's because you never throw out any of it. Yeah, the lid for this one is missing, but you have to believe it'll come back. You can't give up on little Liddy.
Early in my relationship, my now husband threw out a bunch of lids inexplicably.
What?
He thought they didn't go with something, but they totally went with 5 somethings.
Wow.
And I still think it's been 10 years, and I still think about those lids.
Yeah.
Really? That he just threw out.
And you still married him.
It was a tough call, but I did it, yeah.
She was hoping that for some sort of wedding present, he'd give her the lids back. Also, how did Danielle do in our quiz?
3 out of 3, amazingly.
Well done, Danielle.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for playing. Take care.
This message comes from Dignity Memorial and Memphis.
Effort he took into.
This message comes from Whole Foods, $9 a pound. Complete your feast with classic size.
Fill in the blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill in the blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is now worth 2 points. Also, can you give us the scores?
Absolutely. Tom has 4 points, Karen has 2, and Nagin is struggling with 1.
Why did you add struggling?
We don't need editorializing from you.
All right. Well, Nagin, since you only have 1 point, that means you're in third, so you're going to go first. Here we go. The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Thursday, a federal judge ordered the White House to...
Hold on a second. I mismathed. That's not 12. It's 7.
Oh.
6.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring it back 15 seconds and we'll start again.
To fully fund blank.
Need editorializing from you.
All right. Well,
All
Nagin,
right.
since you only have 1 point, that means you're in third, so you're going to go first. Here we go. The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Thursday, a federal judge ordered the White House to fully fund blank benefits this month.
Snap.
Right. On Tuesday, former Vice President blank passed away at the age of 84.
Dick Cheney.
Right.
Dick
On
Cheney.
Monday, 2 people were arrested in connection with an explosion at blank's medical school.
Harvard?
Yes, Kia Motors complained after discovering a dealership in Finland had been offering customers of their electric cars blank.
Acid.
Whitefish.
No. They've been offering the electric car drivers an air freshener that smells like gasoline. According to new data, 66 poultry flocks have been infected with blank in the past month.
Bird flu?
Bird
Right.
flu.
On Thursday, blank released the annual list of her favorite things.
Oprah?
Right. A report this week said that while unemployment is up, more people than ever have been finding jobs as blank.
White fisherman.
Gig workers.
Stick to the theme. No. More people than ever are employed as Timothy Chalamet lookalikes.
So
The
not
group
really.
of men may remember that a couple of months ago there was this very high-profile Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest in New York, and a lot of those participants have seen this huge boom in employment opportunities since then. They've been on Saturday Night Live, they've been in commercials, they were invited to the Golden Globes. Who knew looking like a handsome movie star could be so advantageous? Also, how did Nagin do in our quiz?
She did a little something. She got 5 right for 10 more points, a total of 11, and she's in the lead.
Struggling
Thank
no
you.
more.
All right. Karen Shee, you're up next. Please fill in the blank. On Tuesday, Abigail Spanberger was elected the first female governor of blank.
Virginia.
Right. This week, former House Speaker blank announced her retirement from Congress.
Nancy Pelosi?
Right. According to a new report, long-term use of blank supplements as a sleep aid can lead to serious health risks.
Melatonin.
Melatonin, yes. After he was arrested for robbing a bank, a man in Ohio asked police if he could blank.
Use the bathroom.
No, if he could keep the money, please. On Thursday, King Charles officially stripped blank of all of his royal titles.
Oh, Andrew.
Yes, Prince.
Edward
Well, I was going to say
Andrew.
Prince Andrew, but no, just Andrew. On Monday, the LA Dodgers held a parade to celebrate their second consecutive blank win. Yes,
World
despite
Series.
her raising the issue multiple times, a woman in Florida says that a garage door repair company keeps blanking.
Oh, turning into an alligator.
No, the company keeps using her address as the location of their business. Okay, it happens sometimes. There's a type in an ad, you get calls for like the plumber. But this company put up a website with her phone number,
400, Andrew.
her address, and a picture of her house as their headquarters. And if that wasn't bad enough, she was also named Employee of the Month. Also, how did Karen do in our quiz?
She did pretty good as well. 5 right for 10 more points. That gives her a total of 12, and now she's in the lead.
And how many, then, does Tom need to win?
4 to tie, 5 to win, and a bonus of a robot.
All right, Tom, this is for the game. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, the Supreme Court heard arguments on the legality of Trump's global blanks.
Tariffs.
Right. On
Tariffs.
Tuesday, Tesla shareholders approved a $1 trillion pay package for blank.
Elon.
Right. On
Musk.
Thursday, a massive blank made landfall in Vietnam.
Tsunami.
Bird.
A typhoon. This
No,
week, disgraced
typhoon.
hip-hop mogul blank
Damn it.
was transferred to a federal prison.
Diddy.
Right. This week, publicly available video of a city council meeting in Glasgow will be edited after a representative accidentally blanked.
Pooped.
I'm actually going to give it to you. Left his camera on while going to the bathroom on Wednesday. Unionized baristas at blank threatened to strike if their new contract was not approved.
Starbucks.
Right. On Monday, People magazine named Wicked star Jonathan Bailey the blankest man alive.
Sexiest.
Yes, after he was
Sexiest.
accidentally paid the salaries of 34 of his co-workers, a factory worker in Russia announced he would blank.
Retire.
Yes, pretty much, because he's going to keep it all. After a payroll error meant he was paid 15,000 times more than he was usually paid, the factory worker just did the right thing. He told his employers, "See you later, nerds!" and fled to another city. The case is now headed to Russia's Supreme Court, who are expected to rule in the company's favor unless someone has a bunch of money he could use to bribe them with. Alzo, did Tom do well enough to win?
Ooh-wee, did he? He got 7 right for 14 more points. Total of 18, and he is the champion.
There you go.
He'll be the champion.
In just a minute, we're going to ask our panelists to predict, now that they're doing junk food, what will be the next big change.
What was that?
I want to be the champion. What's a champion?
Champion. Yeah. That depends on what you've got in the kitchen. All right. Finish out the show.
What will be the next big change over at Whole Foods? But first, let me tell you that Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions' Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Godica writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. Our tour manager is Shayna Donald. BJ Liederman composed our theme. Our program was produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Special thanks to Mohamed El Sheikhi and Monica Hickey this week. Peter Gwynn is our humanoid chore robot. Emma Choi is our visual host. Technical direction is from Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillog. And the executive producer of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mr. Michael Danforth. Now, panel, what will be the next big change at Whole Foods? Negin Farsad.
Half Foods.
They're going to start selling guns.
What was that?
Willy Wonka style jelly beans, where they sell you the whole meal in a teeny tiny Tic Tac box.
Requiring you to swear oath of fealty to Bezos before entering.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's a good one.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Karen Chi.
They're going to start selling organic edibles so that you want to buy all the snacks in the back room.
And Tom Papa.
They're teaming up with Oreos and launching a new line of deodorants.
And if any of that happens, we'll ask you about it on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you so much, Alzo Slade. Thanks also to Negin Farsad, Tom Papa, and Karen Chi. Thanks to the staff and crew here at the magnificent Sager Strum Center for the Arts. Special thanks to John Cohn and everybody over at LASD. Thanks to our fabulous audience here who came out to see us. We love to see you too. Thanks to all of you for listening wherever you are. I'm Peter Sagal. We'll see you next week back in Chicago.
Bring.
This is NPR.
Is NPR. I don't know why I feel the need to do that every time, but it is. It's in there. All right. So the scores this week: Peanut Gallery with a respectable 28. I came in with a pretty decent 32. And Kat took the lead with a good solid 34. Congratulations, Kat. Thank you, Maddie Holmes, for being here. Oh, there's something else you want to talk about, isn't there?
Oh, I dropped a 4-minute video in.
Well, we don't have to do the video. It was more the election day reminder that was in the same tab.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, all right. So, yeah. Why don't you read the election day reminder?
I will. This is something that my brother-in-law posts pretty much every year. Since his wife and child were on as Pink Corgi and Puppy Corgi, We're just going to call him not a corgi. But he posts this, every election day. You know what, y'all? Electoral politics are fun and all. I know most of my friends are glued to their TVs and watching the drama unfold, and that's cool. I am too. But ultimately, whoever wins tomorrow, the systems of oppression and inequality are going to remain. The institution of white supremacy is still going to be there. The structural inequality is going to remain. In Virginia, I had one option to vote for one way and one option to vote for another way. No matter who's elected, we still won't have a representative government. The fight does not end when this election is called. Black lives are still going to continue no matter what. Women's reproductive health and bodily autonomy is still going to be under attack. There are still states that allow LGBTQ plus youth to be subjected to literal torture and make them not gay. Biden, Kamala, whoever is not going to fix that. We, the people, are going to fix that. Enjoy the celebration of democracy tonight. But tomorrow morning, I'm strapping on my shoes and continuing to stand in solidarity with all of my brothers and sisters. No, I cannot give him that screen name. He would actually come hunt me down for that.
I know.
We're going with not a corgi. That is appropriate.
Again, this is...
The shift has started, and it will continue to. This is a message that he's been posting since 2020.
This is also, it's why we have the Tuesday streams, for one. It's why we talk about these things on the Tuesday. It's part of why we talk about these things on the Tuesday streams. It's part of why we don't shy away from these things and why we keep looking at what's going on around us in the world. And it is a very important reminder of why we not only have to participate in politics, but have to find a sustainable form of praxis, some way for us to continue to participate in the community and help the communities around us. Yeah, stay aware of what's going on very much. Politics isn't praxis.
No.
What we're doing isn't exactly praxis. I'm not saying that we aren't doing things in our daily lives individually outside of this, but there's a fantastic book for that on tyranny, 20 lessons from the 20th century. That sounds interesting. So yeah, take part in the elections and take part in the community.
We see it every year that there's a leading up to an election. There's all the calls, there's all the get out and vote, there's all the everything. And then the election happens, and then the day after, it's like the entire swell that was there just trickles away and is gone. Everyone's like, okay, we did our job, and now we don't have to do anything further. So it's good to have a reminder that, you do have to do stuff further. The community is still there. They still need your help.
Yes. Don't be a bystander. 20 lessons from the 20th century. Do not obey in advance. Defend institutions. Beware the one-party state. Take responsibility for the face of the world. Remember professional ethics. Be wary of paramilitaries. Be reflective if you must be armed. Stand out. Be kind to our language. Believe in truth. Investigate. Make eye contact and small talk. Practice corporeal politics. Establish a private life. Contribute to good causes. Learn from peers in other countries. Listen for dangerous words. Be calm when the unthinkable arrives. Be a patriot. Be as courageous as you can. Oh yeah, you know, important rules. Very important rules. I think I will have to read the book at some point. Definitely. Only 120 pages long. Yeah, alright. On tyranny. Doubtful I'll forget that, but let me write it down just in case. I'm pretty sure I've heard them talking about it on NPR. All right. Well,
definitely an NPR book.
It's definitely, yeah. It's that academic who bailed to Canada last year that made the news. He does Holocaust research. Okay. All right. Well, I believe that is about it. Yeah, I think we've been going for just about long enough. Yeah, on that note, because it's really hard to follow the Holocaust. Let me tell you, as a stand-up comedian, I just know where to go from there. I'm doing stand-up tomorrow.
Oh, good.
I'm doing the stand. That's tomorrow is the monthly open mic. Ha! Let us remember the existential dread robot living its best life amongst the leaves.
I will see what I can do about an emoji for that.
Existential dread emoji.
2 of them, one involving the chicken and one for the robot.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Maddie, for being here. Thank you, Chris into 386. Thank you. Anybody else?
No, that's been pretty much it in the actual chat.
In the chat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, Cat. Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Thank you, everybody. Stick around for the raid. Let me see who we're going to be raiding out to. We are going to be raiding out to, it appears, DJ Margarita Mel of the Sunday No Pants Raid Train. Is who we will be raiding out to. I say that as she's about to raid out to somebody. We might make it out to DJ Margaret and Mel in time, but if not, we're going to see who she raids out to. What?
We'll get there somewhere.
Yup. But in the meantime, thank you everyone for being here. And now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA double deuces. We're out, y'all.
Trevor Stewart.